Alrighty, Nationers, today we're going to be reacting and listening for the first time this brand new Tame Impala album titled Deadbeat. I will say this title is very interesting for one of two reasons, because the word deadbeat typically is associated with like a deadbeat dad, and two, the more interesting part is that the album cover features what looks like Tame Impala, aka Kevin Parker, and maybe his daughter when she was a little bit younger. Maybe, I don't even know if he has a daughter. I'm assuming this is his daughter. I don't know the whole lore around Kevin Parker and the artistry behind Tame Impala, but Tame Impala has some lovely songs that have came out throughout the 2010s. The song that I mostly know is The Less I Know, The Better. That is a great song. There's another song that I like by Tame Impala, and I don't know what song it is. However, no, that might actually be the only song that I know that I've listened to. It has 2 billion streams on Spotify. And now before we get into this listen, here is my albums of this year. Every album that I have listened to, and I guess slightly reviewed. I'm not like a music critic, but this is based on albums that I enjoyed with repeatability. And so you can see, I mean, we have albums like The Clips, Let God Sort 'Em Out. We even have JID's God Does Like Ugly. We also have some sexy songs for you with Party Next Door and Drake. The most recent video and the most recent album that I did review was Taylor Swift's The Life of a Showgirl. So we're going to find out where Tame Impala's Deadbeat belongs on my albums of 2025. And so without further ado, make sure to hit that subscribe button and let's get right into it. Song number 1 here, we have My Old Ways. Ooh. Feels like very like acoustic-y vibes. Like somebody just put a mic in a room and...
into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again.
Oh man, this is nice.
Just this once, a little present for holding out so long. I could not bear the thought of it 2 days ago. Don't think I would forgive myself. I tell myself I'm only human. I know why I said never again. Temptation feels like it never ends. I'm sliding, only noticing now and then. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways. What's coming? So shocking. Always fucking up to something. Eagles strumming. Should be scrubbing. Eagles nothing. I know what's coming. So shocking. Always fucking up to something. Slowly swapping down, slopping, barely coping. I know what's coming. So shocking. Always fucking up to something. Eagles strumming. Should be scrubbing. Eagles nothing. I know what's coming. So shocking. Always fucking up to something. Slowly swapping down, slopping, barely coping. I know what's coming. So shocking.
Ooh. A little synth on the back end. such a wow. This wow.
back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again. Back into my old ways again.
Oh. What? That is a super beautiful like intro. One of two reasons. I mean, I feel like the music that I at least have heard from Tame Impala does sound very similar to what that song was in mild ways. You know, groovy, like basses and just the melodies. Dum bum ba-dum, bum bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. There's a lot of call and answer, and I really like it because you hear the downbeat and then you hear the dun 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 bum ba-dum, bum ba-dum. I really like that. That song was 5 minutes, by the way. Talking at least maybe lyrically, and maybe also why that song is so long. It's the third longest song on this album, and it is the intro song. One of the main reasons why I think it's so long is because we kind of continue to get back into this chorus, and I think it is kind of that way because of the title of this track. And I don't know if there's like songs back in the day where maybe kind of trailed off a little bit too long, and this is kind of paying almost like homage to that, but he's almost like self-aware about it. The other thing is that, I mean, again, we're looking at this album cover. We're looking at the album title called Deadbeat. The album cover kind of focusing in on what looks like his daughter. And he's talking about like not trying to go back into my own ways. That's also talk about that intro, like 30 to 40 second intro of like almost him practicing in like a room in a house, you know, wooden floorboards. You hear the echo, you hear the reverb, and it's almost just like he's practicing the performance of this song. And then 45 seconds in, it like flawlessly transitions into the actual song. And I really like that just from a creative standpoint. It almost kind of felt like a school assembly and, you know, someone in the center of the court and practicing, you know, playing the piano and, you know, singing. And then all of a sudden, you know, the lights go out and then the lights come back on. It's a whole band. I mean, we had synth in the background. We had a lot of bass. The guitar kind of came in quarter of the way through. I really like that song. I mean, you saw me groove to it. I like a good groove, and Tame Impala definitely knows how to deliver it. But what about song number 2 here called No Reply? Again, very much on this like deadbeat, like dad type of score. But song number 2 here, No Reply. Very electronic. I like it.
I apologize for the no reply. Wish I could describe what goes on inside. I get these butterflies and they make me tired. I was so uptight and preoccupied that I did not ask you about your life and the things you like, how you spend your nights and your 9 to 5. Are you that surprised? Oh no.
Oh, open up for sure.
Was I impolite? Was that joke alright? I just want to seem like a normal guy. You know how it's like. Try to see my side. You're a cinephile. I watch Family Guy on a Friday night off a rogue website. When I should be out with some friends of mine, running reckless
Wow, the calm of storm here. Wow. What a nice little introspection type of song, especially for song two. Again, it kind of feels like we're harping on this like deadbeat dad motif. And in a way, maybe Kevin Parker, aka obviously Tame Impala, I'll probably use those two names interchangeably. But Kevin as maybe a father, and maybe even as a partner, was kind of like absent in a lot of ways because of the career that Tame Impala kind of had, especially in the mid 2015s. You know, maybe that would have been around the time that he had a daughter. We're looking at like 10 years from that album. This is a very interesting song. I like the kind of juxtaposition from like the first half to the back half, where we almost kind of hear the, and mind you, it's electrical, but it almost kind of feels like these like not Western, but more like Western African drums looping. And I really like that because it kind of gives this like kind of like chaos with especially what he's talking about. But then also, we do see the calm of the storm in the second half where the drums are just no longer there. We kind of peel back the orange, and now it's just a few bass layers. And now we get to hear this nice little subtle piano, and it's the calm of the storm. And it's a nice little song. And I mean, even some of those electric sounds, especially with those kind of African drum loops, at least it sounds like to me. I could be completely wrong. Maybe they're like Slovakian, right? Who knows? However, it very much kind of reminds me of The End with the Black Eyed Peas. And they had some songs like even like One Tribe, or kind of on the back half of their album that sounded very similar to it. And this really much reminded me of that as a whole. And I think juxtaposed from kind of like this chaos that's going on in Kevin's life to kind of like coming out of it and just clear vision. What's the mission? It's my family, right? And I like it. We do head into song number 3 here. This is titled Dracula. This was a single before the album, so this has a ton of plays, almost 50 million at the time of recording. It is a 3.5-minute song. Let's give Dracula a listen here. Ooh. I can tell why this is a single. This is like a little slide disco. I can imagine like Ryan Reynolds and like Barbie. Ryan Gosling. Oh yeah. Woo! Oh. The drums. Woo.
But please,
These drums sound like the ones from Sexy Back.
what it might mean, 'cause I dream about you in my sleep. Could you ever love someone like me? Like me? In the end, I hope it's you and me. In the darkness, I would never leave. But the time is moment coming from afar. Now here we are, so run from the sun like Dracula. Run from the sun like Dracula. Run from the sun like Dracula. Spectacular. Run from the sun like Dracula. Run from the sun like Dracula. Spectacular. Run from the sun like Dracula. Run from the sun like Dracula. Spectacular.
Yeah, I could definitely tell why that is one of the singles of the album. It's groovy. The bass, not the bass, but the drum kick in the back, not the kick. Fuck. I don't even know what I'm talking about. The drums in the back, they very much reminded me of Sexy Back and the memes of like Obi-Wan. Like, I'm sure we've all seen the memes. Like Sexy Back comes on every time Obi-Wan makes an appearance and he's just aura farming in Revenge of the Sith with Padme and Anakin Skywalker. And it's like, it reminds me of that. I like the lyrics. It's catchy. There's parts that I can't really hear, but that's kind of also a part of the artistry with Tame Impala for me. Like, I can't, especially when there's like a nice rise, especially in the chorus of this song, you can't really hear or make out what he's saying, but it's like, you just feel so good. Like, it doesn't really matter. And it does kind of remind me of even like the dance night scene with like Dua Lipa and Dance the Night, but like that setting, but maybe a little bit more like Romanian, maybe. I like it though. I really like his singing voice on this song than I did on No Reply. No Reply kind of gave me like a Deezer or like even Radiohead before they, went alt rock. Yeah, this is or electronic, that is, when they were more of an alt rock band with like Creep and whatnot. But yeah, I like this song. It's really nice. It's got 50 million streams for a reason. I can understand why it's the most popular song of this entire album so far. And I like it. I don't care how much choruses come in if the chorus is catchy and there's at least some intention behind it. And I mean, this is just a feel-good song, especially because if all of these songs are at least composed, lyricized, and produced by him. That last song did have another composer and lyricist on it. However, fantastic work so far throughout 3 songs. We do head into song number 4 here. This is another single, and mind you, even the last single did kind of still fit the theme, like kind of like this darkness coming to light type of vibe, because Dracula, can't see the sun, right? Loser is also a single. I want to see how this song plays into the album so far. Song number 4, Loser. Yeah. Bum, 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 bum,
I had to tell you, it's now or never.
This is like very much the less I know, I better.
So much for closure, I lost composure.
It's that side windy sound. I like it.
I get the message, I learned my lesson. Tried to correct it, I think I wrecked it. Now it's a crisis, I'm never like this. That's how my life is, you couldn't write this. I'm a loser, babe.
This is giving Hollywood, California vibes. Or Hotel California. also giving like Black Sabbath vibes. Oh, I like that melody. That's kind of a crazy line, by the way. Oh! Oh, wow. Title, again, Loser. Talks about it throughout the song. And again, I feel like we're still harping on that deadbeat dad type of motif. And every single song still feels like we're at least on the same mission. And this is a very self-reflective album with things that have gone on in his life because of his artistry. And I mean, we look at albums like Chromacopia, even Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, these very self-reflective albums that do give you a sense of their personal life, things that are going on in their head through some very dark times. And I think Loser is a great example of that. That there was a time where things were going on within the family, right? And then, you know, he started to kind of understand that maybe he was not like doing the best of things for his family, you know, being there, right? The deadbeat dad stereotype. And Loser, at the very end there, I really like the lyrics, and this is how I read into it, that when he said that you're barely wanted, you're barely needed, is that though someone is trying to point it out, he's already found out everything to know why he's a loser. You don't need to tell him that anymore because he's already found out for himself. And I think that's a very self-reflective point of view. And I also think, again, that's a single. This is a single for this album. And so that speaks words into a little bit more of what this album is, the self-reflection that I think Kevin Parker has done maybe as a dad. And again, I don't know the lore. This could all be more of a kind of like a fictional approach, right? Very well could be. However, I also want to remind you guys that I don't have any of the lyrics pulled up. On Spotify here, I got the album, the track list, and on the right, I got everything from monthly listeners, the album cover, and of course the credits. Sarah Aarons, Sarah Aarons, wow, is another composer and lyricist on this. She was for Dracula. We are going to head into song number 5, Oblivion, which again, that word is an entirety, the connotation behind it. Let's find out truly what it means in this album. His voice is very drowned out. It's probably for a reason, right? It's gotta be. That's a very definitely not a song I would probably come back to. There's definitely purpose and meaning behind it. Now, I had to look up the term Oblivion. I've heard it before. You know, there's a Elder Scrolls game called Oblivion that I used to play growing up like a bunch. And so obviously seeing it as a song title here in the context that we've been giving throughout these last 5 songs, I wanted to at least make sure I knew the definition. And it, you know, it's like the state of being aware or unconscious of what is happening. And, you know, think about like car rides where you're just, you know, passenger and you're just like thinking in your head and it's not like conscious or aware around your surroundings or obviously anything going on. You know, maybe there is a building that is on fire and you just never notice it because of how like detached you are from what is going on. It kind of like zoning out. That's probably the easiest way, relatable way of thinking about it. I think even with the drowned out reverb, kind of almost like in a steel pipe type of sound. And I could not hear many words that Tame was, you know, singing there in this song. And maybe that is to the credit of like, I have no idea what's happening, right? I don't know what's aware, but Tame does. Tame has been listening. And I think the few lyrics that I did hear was like, when I first saw your face. And that immediately clicked into me that this was like when his daughter was being born, that he had genuinely no clue what in the world was going on. This felt like a very Oblivion moment, like oblivious. I mean, obviously we know the word oblivious to anything going on. Oblivion is the state of being that. And it probably was like that for him. And it probably is like that for millions of dads around the world. This song in a way does have meaning. I don't think it's a song that I come back to, especially for its length, the drowned out vocals compared to the beat. However, I understand maybe why. And I think the most important thing sometimes, especially with artists and albums, is understanding why. Why did you have that feature? Why did you decide to make this this decision? Lyrically, filter-wise, and mixing and mastering decisions, they feel like they should mean something. And sometimes that why is very minimal. However, we do head into song number 6, Not My World. Very interesting title. They feel very pessimistic. All these songs so far, the titling of them seem very pessimistic. So Not My World, number 6. Here we go. Oh, this is back. We're back in like back in the crib. He's performing this song, right? There it is.
Walking down the street, I'm floating.
It's like entire like mood change. It's not even a beat switch, it's just a mood change. We're living in Daft Punk's world right now. Just electronic instrumentals. This is like music sounds better with you. Just let the instrument talk for itself. Wow. Wow. Again, there's like this really weird mood change. I did have to, we have a few plans tomorrow, so I was making sure that those plans were good. I need to make sure when things close because I obviously am recording this album reaction to. And I again, not my favorite first half. I'm not a huge fan of Tame Impala singing, at least in that way. Again, very similar to song 2 and No Reply. But this is the second half of that. Just, I feel like you're in the back of like, you're outside the club and the door's shut and you're just sitting there at the little few stairs and you're just listening. And again, I don't necessarily know how to look into this song, at least in terms of the titling and some of the lyrics that were on that front half, but it's an all right song. I would say it's not my favorite of the album by any means, but it does give me, again, elements that I'm really liking, a part of this album so far, and Tame most importantly. So with that being said, let's head into track number 7, Piece of Heaven. We are halfway through the album. Here we go.
This room is a shambles, but I think it's fine. To you it's untitled
Mind you, the song's not done yet. We still have another minute left. What it sounded like the song was done. Very euphoric on that first half. Or more like the first 3 quarters. Still feels like he's just like in this room playing the piano. And it's like a cell phone microphone. It feels like he's like playing this for someone. Very interesting song in general. Just because, again, you go through 3 minutes and 40 seconds of this euphoric, very buzzy type of song, A Piece of Heaven. And maybe it is, again, I don't exactly know the lore, right? But maybe it is, like when I'm in your bedroom, a piece of heaven. I think a part of it initially was his daughter, right? You're looking at his daughter's bedroom and you're like, wow. It's not the bedroom itself, but it's the fact that you had to make one because the piece of heaven that was gifted to you is your daughter. And then a part of it also, maybe a little double entendre is that when he's with a woman, maybe his wife, I don't know, having sex, but then I'm in your bedroom and I give you a piece of heaven and then they actually have a child together. And again, I think I can see that in both ways of entering into his child's room and seeing the setting because of, maybe that in itself. And so it's a nice little euphoric song. Again, not my favorite. I'm a very groovy bass type of guy with some drums on the back end of it. Add Timbaland to this entire album, and I give it a 10 out of 10. Anywho, we do head into song number 8 called Obsolete. This is another 4-minute song. Most of these songs are north of 40 or just shy of it. But this one, it's been weird because song number 6 had 4.3, then 7 had 4.5, and 8 has 4.7 million. We do see a drop off after that, but that song is also 7.5 minutes long. So song number 8, Obsolete. Here we go. Again, very negative words. Oh. I'm getting Boyfriend by Justin Bieber in the background of this song. Change in the key signature. like those very like
I may not be your man, I would
like in the back.
just tell it like it is to me, baby. Just say I'm right, I'll do the rest, baby.
Was there a clock tower in the background there for a sec? This is like very like 2000s like pop. Kind of feels like very Pussycat Dolly in a way. Giving Bratz type of vibe. And it has so many different elements. I think that's the one thing that I love about Tame. Like some songs I'm gonna really like, some songs maybe not so much, but they always deliver in a way that I can at least still appreciate them. And I think that song is very much indicative of that. I can understand why it has, you know, it's increasing in streams compared to the songs prior and after it. But I like it. Like the talk is cheap. Is it obsolete? Like, again, it's like this yearning for love and wanting to be wanted. And whether that is with the partner, wife, girlfriend, whatever it may be, you know, the baby mama, who knows? I don't know everything about how that relationship had gone, but I do see that song very telling of maybe how that had gone. And maybe it is also the love from the daughter, right? You know, being the deadbeat dad, like, hey, I do want you to love me. And I understood that, like, that's what you wanted. I didn't give you that. So I understand if you don't give me that. But, yeah, I like it. It's a nice little groovy song. Again, I feel like I heard some Justin Bieber Boyfriend in there. Some Pussycat Dolls, like 2000s, just like, I like it. We do head into song number 9 called Ethereal Connection. Wow. What a title, by the way. This is like a cosmic connection between him and his daughter. If that's what I read into this based on the title so far. It was also 7 minutes and 42 seconds long. So here we go. Space Invaders. Cut the music, let the beat drop. Oh, we are on a ride. We're getting ready for some AMC with Nicole Kidman. This is a very heavy drum. I wonder if the song has any lyrics. Would not be surprised if it doesn't. Just saying. This is Kanye's God Breathe all over again. Just let the beat tell you what it wants to say. I need some aliens to decode what is going on here so far. 2.5 minutes in. It's a long one. There's no lyrics yet. I'm gonna need Dissect Podcast to go run me through this one here. Cole Kushner and Tame Impala's Ethereal Connection. There we go. A DJ can put this on like it's a mix, but really it's just one song. This is giving like DJ mix though. Late night on like Sirius XM or something. Pitbull's Globalization. What an interesting song. For it to be nearly 8 minutes, have two parts where there at least are lyrics and then nearly be the exact same, if not the exact same. Mind you, I don't think Tame did this for nothing. I'm sure someone's going to look at this and like be able to dissect it. Now, I don't know if that's called Kushna and dissect, or if that's going to be someone that really knows Tame, really knows this style of music. However, not my favorite by any means, but I'm sure there's a meaning behind it. It was a very enjoyable 8 minutes, and there was very different themes throughout. Like I felt like we were kind of going on this like, you know, intergalactic roller coaster ride. That's kind of what it felt like to me. And I think the hard part, at least listening to this album, is because I do see how long these songs are. That one's 7 minutes and 42 seconds. The last song of the entire album is also 7 minutes, though it is 12 seconds long. So, with that being said, it's a good song. I enjoyed it. I would not come back to it, but there are parts of this album so far that I've really liked it. The two songs that I've liked the most, Dracula and My Old Ways, really like that intro song, by the way. Really, really like it. But how I like song number 10, See You on Monday. And then in brackets, it says, You're Lost. Ooh. This is like, oh my gosh, there's a Avengers game that came out in like the 2000s on Xbox. Sounds like this carnival game in there. Oh my gosh. I know exactly. It's like 2D and it looks like the cactus jumper that Google has when you have no internet. Oh, I like that. Look how he kind of, I like that. again, another song. It does not get the love that I think that this song should get. Little repetitive at times, but overall, it is a little lackadaisical. This is probably the one with the least amount of effort, I would say, but I feel like most albums at least have one that drastically compares to the rest. However, I enjoyed this song. I don't really know too much of the meaning in terms of this, but I liked it from a sonic standpoint enough where I could obviously hear Kevin's voice and still kind of just like ride the wave. And every time I yawn, it's because I'm very tired. It's not because I'm bored of this album. However, like that song, I wish I knew a little bit more of the meaning behind some of these. I always feel like I'm a person I need to have a lot of the context to really understand, be like, oh, that line, you know? However, we do head into song number 11, titled Afterthought. There we go. He's got this like disco groove down. He's got that sound down.
I might be crazy, senses betray me. Are you parading all your lovers to bait me? You only call me to drive you to safety, but you never stay. Must be so easy to play me. I can be emotional. If you need me to tell me, what do I say to turn this around? 99 days, you think I know how? I can be emotional. If you need me to tell me, what do I say to turn this around? I beg you don't make me say it out loud. No matter what I do, I'm an afterthought to you.
It's like the back, it sounds like Thriller
I'm not complaining.
in the background.
Lately, when we're alone, it's like I'm keeping you waiting. My hopes are fading, 'cause nothing's changing. I'm still so far away from calling you baby. Tell me, what do I say to turn this around? 99 days, you think I know how? I can get emotional, like your lovers do. Tell me, what do I say to turn this around? I beg you don't make me say it all out. No matter what I do, I'm an afterthought to you.
So funny because the lyrics are so contrary to how the instrumental goes. Like the instrumental wants to make me dance, like put some bell-bottom jeans on and go crazy like Scooby-Doo. But then like the lyrics are like so like sad.
I'm an afterthought to you. Tell me, what do I say to turn this around? 99 days, you think it by now. I can be emotional. If you need me to tell me, what do I say to turn this around? I beg you don't make me say it out loud. No matter what I do, I'm an afterthought to you. I said no matter what I do, I'm an afterthought to you.
This song sounds like Thriller in the background. Man, you listen to Thriller after this, I guarantee you hear very similar instrumentals.
Afterthought to you.
It also sounds, I had to look it up, but Hall & Oates, I Can't Go For That. That's like somewhat what it sounds like. It's not entirely there, but it gave me that vibe. I love when I feel like I can piece together some of these songs. Like was it See You on Monday or Ethereal? Yeah, it was See You on Monday. There's this carnival sound. There's this carnival game in this old Avengers game that came out in like 2007, 2006. And there's a level, and I always played as Deadpool, and I think you play as Deadpool in this, and it's very similar to like the cactus game that Google has when you have no internet. And like the carnival sound, I was like, this sounds like the exact same one that I heard as a kid. And I love that music could kind of do that. And Afterthought is no different. I like that song. I understand why, again, you do see these boosts and streams, especially as we've gone through the albums, the waves and drops. This album's been out for over a week now. We do head into song number 12 after a beautiful, beautiful Afterthought song. This one is another single. I believe that this was the first single. Let me confirm that. So if I go to singles and EPs, this was the first single released on July 25th of this album, for this album. Loser, again, another one, came out September 3rd. Okay. And then we had Dracula, which Dracula came out September 26th. Okay. So a month later, we finally got the entire album after all 3 albums released. And now we get to hear End of Summer, 7 minutes. Here we go. End of Summer. End this album off on a high. These like little arpeggios.
Everybody knows how I feel about you, so you can act surprised if you need to. And I am still your friend if you think it's worth it. It just
There's a lot of things, I'm not gonna lie, there are a lot of things to think about, especially that song, this album. This album definitely makes you feel some things that maybe you weren't expecting to feel prior to going into this album. Again, it's got a track list of 12 songs, 56 minutes, very long for just a 12-song album. However, I felt like every song had intentionality, regardless of if you did enjoy it, how long they were. Mind you, 7 minutes is quite long for a song, but I was looking back through some old albums. I'm like, is this like something for this album? And it seems like it is not the case. There are albums that have had some pretty long songs, 6, 5, 6, 7 minutes in length. So with that being said, end of summer, I think this and Ethereal Connection, I think that these are going to be some very underrated songs. One, because of their length. Two, because they are just so instrumentally driven. There's not many lyrics on there. There's not something like that's really forcing you to like really hear, but the amount of effort to go in on 7 minutes of music, of art, of artistry in this way is an undertaking that I think really only someone like Tame can really do, maybe a lot of rock bands too. But this is a very nice piece. I like end of summer. It's it's a nice song. There's nothing that I have to criticize about it. Maybe other than the length. 7 minutes is a long song. But I'm just happy that it feels like there is some intentionality behind it in this way. And now I want to get into my overall thoughts of this album, but most importantly, let's pop up the rankings, the chart, okay? You know, we have a lot of 8s, a lot of people that were just shy of 8, and of course, it's also low replay, high replay value. I've kind of been indifferent about this because I always have stuck to this. I've always wanted it to be what my feelings thought, what I thought was a good album, not to anyone else but myself. And that hasn't always been the case. And, you know, you could shuffle these albums around a bit, but my goodie, this album, Deadbeat by Tame Impala, I think will go, again, very undershadowed just because of maybe some other albums that are out now, the amazing run that music has had in 2025, that I think definitely will take up a lot of people's playlists and a lot of people's eardrums. This album is very good. Do I think it has a high replay value for me? Absolutely not. And I say that for one of two reasons. My Old Ways and Dracula are the only two songs that I would probably re-listen to. Loser maybe being up there. But a lot of these songs, maybe Obsolete, maybe. I did like Afterthought. Those are just songs that I don't think I'd actually be coming back to a ton if I did like them, even on my like Spotify. I'd probably just end up skipping them. But Dracula, very groovy, single, most streamed. I understand why. My Old Ways was a wonderful way to start off this entire album, and I got to give that song some credit because it was a very good song, a deep cut, you could say, a song that's not a single, but that is a very good deep cut, and I like the way that it was presented in that first minute and throughout the entire song. However, with all of that being said, this album touches on some very at-home personal, interpersonal relationships, a parent and their spawn, their offspring, even. But however, with that being said, there is some very good messaging in here, and I think that there is. Again, you look at something like Oblivion, like wow, like I have no idea what's going on, and maybe that is to the artistry that Tame and Kevin Parker have done here. So replay value not super high. I definitely put it higher than Lord. I would say I definitely put it higher than Lord. So it's going to go there. But where does it kind of go in the ratings here? I'm going to give Deadbeat by Tame Impala a rating of 7.8. I really like this album. Do I think it could have been better from maybe an enjoyable standpoint beyond just the album listen? Absolutely. I think Lord did have a better album. However, I gotta give this song a little bit more in that replay value. So it's gonna kind of be wedged in between a lot of the ones in this high replay, 10 rating, 8 rating, and a lot of these lower replay, but very good albums. So with that being said, let me know down in the comment section what you thought of this brand new album by Tame Impala titled Deadbeat. Did you enjoy this album if you've given it a listen? And most importantly, leave a comment down below with your ratings, your thoughts, and anything that I missed throughout this entire album reaction. Subscribe!